Hey guys, Type here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Rails and Metal. Playing for today spawning in the south, we have ptiteuteu. I suppose that's how you pronounce it, not entirely sure. Playing a Soviets who has airborne troops. Mechanized support. And shock rifle frontline. Losing the race to the house here shouldn't be possible as a southern player, so I guess ptiteuteu got a little bit laid out of the gates there, didn't build any tech. Teaming up with him is Trashstar, playing as US forces, immediately going for urban assault. So in the north we have Zarko as Ostheer, who has Jaeger infantry, Jaeger armor, and German mechanized. And finally PutPut, machine of death, playing Zarko, who has Luftwaffe ground forces, breakthrough, and Overwatch. Some rankings here. This is a all random affair. The rankings. Choo-choo. Quickly here. Around rank 30. Trashstar. Around rank 40. Zarko. Around rank 140. And PutPut. Around rank 30. So pretty even matchup overall. One player around the rank 130, one around the rank 40 kind of region on both sides. Comes out and send a grenade, but has to retreat anyway. A couple of squads coming across to assist from Trashstar, going for a bit of an intercept here. Watching the retreat now, the COH2 biting off a bit more than it can chew here, backing away. I don't know about this path. Be lucky to escape with that. I think he's still best off just trying to back away in this direction. 3 conscripts, 2 combat engineers over here. Standard 3 rifle build. Choo-choo.
A capture point is under attack.
3 greens for Zarko. But PutPut going for a fast battle group. COH2, 2 Fox, skipping out on 1 squad essentially here. And for Luftwaffe ground forces as well. So we'll see how that goes. Battle group in base, worth mentioning. A forward battle group in this match.
The command vehicle has converted to a static building.
But so far Zarko doing a good job holding the fuel for the Axis. Hasn't really been contested. ptiteuteu got off to a bit of a rough start, but by the assistance of Trashstar, it's performing pretty well on this side now. Not quite in range there. COH2 still quite low. Oh boy, just needs like 2 more rifle shots to penetrate there. That was a close call, lucky for PutPut. Send your grenade out. Not really a big fan of that. Oh boy, he's coming back in with a Kubel. Could have been a loss there. A lot of very low health riflemen here for Trashstar. Stays in cover for the rifle nade. Doesn't end up losing too many models. I thought that was going to be a bit worse. But I think if I was Trashstar, I'll be trying to push out a ambulance right about now with this many low health squads. Instead of just, you know, sending these low health squads into combat and dropping the models, costing me maybe 90 or more manpower. Oh boy. No dodge on the rifle nade that time either, and this time it cost him a squad. He's staying in heavy cover, you know, does protect you from grenades, halves the damage, but if you're already on half health, half damage is probably going to be enough to get the kill. Captain forcing a soft reposition there from PutPut. So hasn't got that COH2 back up to full yet. Very close to Vet 2 on that, however. 222, no. It's going to be the 251 from Zarko, in fact. Could make use of it as a troop transport here as well. Just going for a 3 green start, though. Going into the half track now. I think that's the kind of split that you want to go. The 2 model low health squads jumping into the half track so they can benefit from the healing as they come out to the front lines. And And once they get dropped off on the front lines, they won't require as much reinforcing to get up to 4 models either. That's a good split on the half-track utilization there by Zarko. A little bit later on the retreat here with the captain, but going to get away safe. A half-track in the work for Trashstar. Double AT grenades there, dodges the bundle grenade, but the rifleman extremely low. I think Trashstar trying to push his luck a little bit too much with these riflemen. He's got a huge manpower bank as well. Easily could have squeezed in the ambulance at some stage here. He's going for it now, but yeah, that's just way too late. Okay, PutPut dropping in double Fallschirmjäger here. That's why he's going a bit lighter on the Volksgrenadiers, trying to save up his manpower for this occasion. This is a pretty nasty Axis infantry force close to the centre right now, supported by the half-track with some big firepower. Allies really need a machine gun or a light vehicle here themselves to counteract this. Well, best of both worlds, a half-track can do both the suppression and the killing. We'll see a few retreats. Oh boy, he's in his own house with the demo. Can he not target that demo charge? Maybe he doesn't have sight of it. I think they got revealed just before. Bit lucky there for Choo-Choo, otherwise... Oh! He locks the squad inside. And yeah, because this ambo was so late, he's sending these 2 squads out. About a quarter of their health missing already. Not ideal. Just clearing out the cover there, opening up the guards to push forwards. And half-track backing its way in, but incendiary rounds putting a halt to that. Do we have a pack coming out to the front lines from Zarko now, but a little bit further back, and got a bit of a flank coming in from these riflemen. MG in some trouble here. So he's going to try soft retreat. A little bit late going for any kind of reinforcements here. On the half-track, doesn't go for them at all. Bit of a blunder there from Zarko. Gets decrewed, loses the veterancy on that. Goes for the recrew though. And riflemen running out of momentum there. The LMG green's starting to chop away. Pack coming back in now after the flanking units have been forced off. We've got the Zis coming out of camo, but missing its shot anyway. Again, the Axis continue to hold in the centre. VP's though very, very close. Axis actually slightly behind in that department, surprisingly. But you know, this whole area is very open for the Allies. Let's barrage onto the OKW blob here. Some good health damage in. T70 coming through now for Choo-Choo. A little bit late on the timing. Kind of interesting that he did decide to go for the Zis before the T70 here, even though, you know, they're only up against a half-track. Maybe wasn't entirely necessary, but, you know, Zis. Also reused with the barrage function. Not quite as successful as the last patch, but still quite nice. Landing a shot there. A half-track backing its way around. Triple cap against the Allies. Now they're on the drain in a big way. Here comes the T70 though. Let's see if this can turn things around. We've also got a mortar up from Zarko covering the centre. Demo charge went off. Does not look like it took down the squad. Looks like they got away with 1 model remaining. Getting off lightly there, I'd say. Choo-Choo, by the way, you know, locked into the guards commander, going for mechanized support. You know, all classic, but you know, it's quite badly nerfed without the bombing run. Let's see if that makes a difference. Zarko still with the options. Now putting down a bunker as well, maybe looking to upgrade that with a machine gun, cover this area. Allies are fighting back now though, getting some more territory under control. So I have to contend with the AT guns from the Axis, you know, rails and metal. Still a pretty narrow map. Not to help position 2 machine guns overall. Casualties. MG down again? For Zarko, I apologize. I'm not entirely sure where that was. I don't see the weapon on the ground anywhere. I mean, the machine gun's dead. No debating that. Long range pack hour. Good connection on the pack. It's very, very low. It's one thing that can't be healed up by the half track. Can't jump inside. Could use the green medkits though. He's got a bit of munition spare for them. Could be a decent option. Oh boy, no. Pack taking a few more shots. Came back through the danger zone. Almost got decrewed there. Looks like it's running back to base now. Not necessary with the half track there. Reinforce off that instead. Cover to cover coming through here for Trashstar, charging forwards. The big blob of infantry. Got the Rangers working on the Grenadiers. Zarko a little bit late on retreat. Retreats out to this side though, probably for the best. Away from the 2 riflemen. Doesn't get away anyway though. Half track very, very low. And Zarko getting a bit overwhelmed there without the support of the MG42, losing 1 squad. A little bit unnecessary, just a late retreat ultimately. Now coming in with a half track to finish off the bunker. A very effective push. Steals away the mortar too. Wow.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
Zarko just getting completely overwhelmed there.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
Folded like a launch here. Oh boy, what happened over here though? Raketing from the side takes down the A half track. He did knock out the bunker, but okay, there you go. Getting something back there. I was going to mention the tech. PutPut going for all 3 tech structures here. I guess he's thinking straight King Tiger. A little bit of a strange choice. Generally this gets you in quite a lot of trouble while trying to attempt to stall, but see if you can pull it off here. Now allies in a commanding map control situation. Zarko locking into German Mechanised. And there is one difference, you know, no bombing strike in this commander anymore, so maybe a howitzer going to be a little bit more effective for Zarko. We'll have to wait and see. Pack howitzer meanwhile barraging the tech truck. A little bit of damage. Just try sophistry over the half track, but a little bit too much fire. Not starting the... Oh my god, he jumped inside the half track, narrowly saving the day. That was extremely close. It was a bad play there from Zarko. Half track micro is certainly quite taxing, but he's got a little bit of work he needs to do on it. Let's go into retreat here. Good bleed going. Plans a 4 out now from Zarko. Looking to steady the ship. We do have an anti-tank gun out though from Trashstar, and already 2 Zis or PutPut, so plans a 4 could have a tough time. Partial dodge on the rifle now, gets the conscripts low. Trashstar with the stolen mortar as well as the pack howie. Start lining up these Axis team weapons close to the center. T70 so far, 4 kills, not too bad. Not even V1 though yet. Trying to throw a phosphorus or Blencorper. Connecting with the building. I want to check out the old micro tips video about throwing grenades over or through buildings. If you're too close to them, or just hit the wall that's closest to your unit. You have to be the right spacing away from them. I don't think I tested the Blencorper much though. It was almost impossible to throw a phosphorus grenade from the Lend-Lease Spritz assault sections. I think the Blencorper's got a bit more range though. Certainly backing out of harm's way there. Incendiary rounds ripping into the conscripts. Now going after the Maxim. Gets suppressed there. Sparrow's looking to clear that out now. Suppresses the Folks as they flank around. T-70 could come back in from this angle. Would also be away from the Raketen, but just out back for repairs. And Trashstar going straight for the Calliope here. Takes a shot from the Raketen. He's going to go for the close range barrage here. Gets the D-crew. Takes a main gun crit there. Zarko going for the recruit. Trying to avoid turning over that anti-tank gun. They do hold on to it for now. Trashstar's AT gun mobilizing for the Panzer IV. I think that was the Major going down for Trashstar there. Slight mistake. And the Allies with about a 50 VP lead at this stage. Slightly larger army size as well, especially PutPut. Well, he tries to stall for the KT first. He is a bit down in the dumps with loads of manpower on the bank. Definitely needs to rebuild his Raketen. Dropping the smoke, trying to go for the cap behind that, but a bit too much firepower coming through by the Allies. Oh, okay, there's a howitzer. Going after the pack howitzer. Good area to target, honestly. There we go. Pretty good hits there. Still quite a few units in the vicinity. Nearly taking down the pack hour. He just needs one more shell to connect. Just a little bit slow dodging out of the area, but here he goes now. Oof, close call, close call. Second anti-tank gun now for Trashstar. Maybe he feels a bit vulnerable, having gone for the Calliope first instead of a tank. Speaking of going for a tank first, PutPut going for the T-34 here. So especially with PutPut on that side of the map, he's going to be badly under strength in terms of anti-tank. Might be ready to rumble again. Looks like he's maybe going to target this MG. It's a really good target. They're clumped up on the light cover. Close range. Does get away, but that was a good barrage. You can see it's just a little bit unlucky with the rocket scatter, kind of landing in a circle around the machine gun. Nearly took it down anyway, though. But yeah, PutPut definitely needs a Raketen immediately. We're close to the fuel now for the King Tiger, though. Have been losing a lot of territory and engagements in the meantime while he attempts to stall. Trashstar now trying to push onto the VP area. Double AT guns a little bit further back though. Coming in again from PutPut, and looks like he's going to try to go for the cap behind it. Calliope moving to position for the next barrage. T-34 and T-70 going for some attack grounds, but not having too much luck. We've got Valiant Assault activated by PutPut, looking for the wipe here, nearly getting it too. Choo-Choo's planes coming through. Oh boy, the Volksgrenadiers get extremely low and down they go. Attack rounds and the pack are combining there for some big damage. T-34 coming across for the Volksgrenadier, going for a bit of a crush action there, getting 2 models, nicely done. AT guns a little bit further back from Zarko here. A little bit too far back, in fact. So far, I'd say that's a weakness for most of the players in this game. The anti-tank gun positioning not quite up there with the top dogs. Now it's going off again. Here comes the Calliope. Now for these Grenadiers, no dodge at all, and down they go. Oh, but there goes the T-34. AT guns push all the way forwards and snipe it off. And here we go, Raketin finally out for PutPut. And the King Tiger now. Let's see if this turns things around, especially with the loss of that T-34 for Choo-Choo. Choo-Choo not saving for the ISU-152 either at this stage. Instead going for a Katyusha. Which is, you know, maybe a little bit strange. You know, the Allies already have quite a lot of indirect fire in the form of the Calliope, pack howitzer, and mortar. Stack a Katyusha on top of that. Maybe not entirely necessary. I'll probably be trying to save for the 152 at this stage instead. We'll see what goes wrong. Trashstar meanwhile. It's a couple hits. Surviving though, especially now that he's got the dozer blade upgraded. A little bit of extra health really helps you against those AT gun walls. KT coming in from the side. AT guns are here, and now the marked vehicle activated. Couple shots getting through the armor, gets a little bit low. Friendly mine, I think they're triggering. Conscripts on the run. Might be just about ready to roll again. Not sure whether this anti-tank gun's going for Trashstar. I think that was a misclick from him. Gets decrewed. Now it's ready to fire again for Zarko. Repositions towards the pack howitzer again. Let loose another barrage. Into the center this time with the Calliope not hitting too much at all. Howitzer coming back the other direction. 3 team weapons in this area again. Man, just to recrew the anti-tank gun though, it was trying to be destroyed by that Raketin, didn't quite finish it off. The war for the VP continue. King Tiger out back getting repaired, just about back up to full. He took a walloping, went down to quarter health. So a lot of repairs required. Here he is back on the front lines, looking to do some damage. Taking a bit of a beat down here. Oh, that's a nasty Katyusha barrage. Oh boy, both support weapons end up going down there for PutPut. Zarko in the meantime, it just has an enormous amount of manpower floating. Not entirely sure what he's up to. Can build just about anything. He's gone up to battle phase 3. He hasn't got tier 4 down yet. But yeah, I mean that's a huge amount of float. Can build anything he wants. Probably needs to build one more Grenadier and then some kind of tank. Switching angles here, maybe hoping to get away from the anti-tank gun. He's Shreddy 5 out now for Choo-Choo, so probably not going to see a 152. At least for a very long time here. shot on the T-70, Su-85 returning fire. Calliope could be in some trouble. Panzer IV maybe thinking about wrapping around on it here. Guards are there though, could go for the button if it tries to flank in. Tiger coming back through the centre. Go for the kill on the decrewed anti-tank gun there, that's a good idea.
We're losing a capture point.
Here comes the Calliope. Ooh, okay, Fox do get out of there alive. And the Calliope hits Vet 1 there, 15 kills. Switching off to a Jackson next makes a lot of sense. Howitzer coming down now from Zarko. Looks like he's put that onto the counter barrage, targeting the pack howitzer it seems. So far not hitting almost anything though. Finally getting tier 4 down. So late though, he's been floating like 1k manpower for like 3 minutes or more now. Went for a third pyro as well. I mean, it's not a horrible idea.
Tank destroyer is ready for orders.
Spend it on something, I suppose. Chishu going after the Fallschirmjäger, but they dodged to the side of it. Oh boy, this one retreating back through the rockets. Just stalled his retreat till the barrage was over there. Even though he's getting fired at by the Maxim, it's not going to do nearly as much damage. Okay, there we go. Half track going down to the M1. He popped the take aim there for the bonus range. Which allowed him to get the kill. It's up to Vet 2 now. Oh boy, he got the Katyusha. Katyusha, after doing that barrage there, didn't dodge. Goes down to the howitzer. And the howitzer had to rotate to do that barrage as well, right? Oh, that was a nasty shot from the King Tiger. There go the Rangers. Now we've got a Bombardier from Zarko. Still has enough in his army for a Panther pretty much as well. Just needs a little bit more fuel. Loads of munitions here for Trashstar. At this point, you might as well just start popping cover to cover just to sprint out of his base, I would honestly say. Because there's here 500 munitions floating. Why not at that stage, you know? Okay, Jagdpanzer are out. So there's the Jackson. The T-70 in recon mode here. Gonna see this coming. Su-85 coming in a little bit too close there. Going to take a couple of Jagdpanzer shots from the side. Jackson switching over to the Panzer IV. Panzer going after the T-70 now. Su-85 loses sight. Panzer IV is backed up by the Raketen. Okay. So I think once again going after Pakau, that's dodged out of the danger zone. Oh boy, hits the Jackson here with one of those shells. One more shell and that'll go down. Looks like that was the last shell of the barrage, so a little bit lucky for Trashstar. Parking in harm's way there. Oh, good shot from the Su-85. Jagdpan's in some trouble, has to back out to safety. Now the Calliope coming down, I think going after the Sterns. Oh, nearly wipes them, but they dance out of there on a pixel. Jagdpanzer comes forwards, but why did he do that on almost no health? monumental blunder. And crash from PutPut's IL-2 strafe. Once again, it did almost no damage. Got the Panther next. With Zarko. Oh, big shot on the M1. Jackson now back for repairs still, so could lose this. Zarko getting cold feet here, backing away with the Brumbier. Oh. What was that? That was the howitzer barraging back here, clears out the mortar, I think. Was it the King Tiger? Not entirely sure.
Panther ready.
Okay, Jackson finally repaired. Gonna have a second Jackson joining in on the fun. See if the Allies can use this to turn things around. Things are going against their favour. You know, PutPut losing the T-34 and the Katyusha. A little bit behind now, just about there for the 152, but didn't quite have the PopCap for it. Let's drop a couple of conscript models. Oh, there we go. Now he's got the PopCap for it. King Tiger and Brumbier combining in that white. The howitzer going after the pack howitzer again. Very long range. More and more Fallschirmjägers from PutPut. Tigray going to come through on the Panzer IV. Panther there as a guard. The AT guns a little bit further back again. The double AT guns here for PutPut though in a reasonable position. Panther pushing in, could take some big hits here. And one gets through the armour. Is that the arrival of the 152? There we go, chasing away the Volksgrenadiers from the centre. Is on the axis at the moment, or has been. Looks like they're about to turn against the Allies, but they're down to 119 VP, so the Axis really feeling the heat here. Infantry forces looking a little bit weak for Trashstar though. Damage on the Panther now, that's trouble. Oh, squad down again for Trashstar. King Tiger Brumbier combo is nasty, man. Oh, there we go. And the anti-tank gun long range takes down the Jackson. Axis really starting to turn things around here. Have to be very aware of those VPs though. They're draining out again. I was going for the cap in the center as well. From the 152 there. Oh boy, and the T-70 comes through, finishes off the Fallschirmjäger right as they were starting their retreat. On high explosive here. Doesn't really want to go head to head with the King Tiger. Looks like he's going to attack ground the Su-85 next. Perhaps showing that, you know, PutPut may be a little bit overwhelmed here. Not going for the attack ground in response that whole time. And we're coming back to the front. An AT gun there. If the rifleman could get off the AT nade, that could have been the end of the Brumbier. Su-85 not chasing in though. Oh, but the AT gun snipes it off long range once again, making use of the take aim there, getting that little bit of extra range. And a little bit unlucky there for Zarko. So many shots penetrating his Brumbeer, but that's how it goes sometimes. Lumbering forwards, but taking a hammering on the way in. It's backing out quickly, but one of the AT guns getting decrewed. Calliope coming down again from Trashstar. Nearly at Vet 2 with that now. Some pretty nasty damage out the back. I think I saw 2 pyres go down there to that Calliope barrage. Good result. 31 kills all of a sudden. VPs have turned against the ally zone amongst all of this. Good job by the Axis turning things around in that department. Now a Panther out from PutPut. Is this what the Axis needed to turn things around here against the allies? Can they overwhelm me? He's also got enough for airborne assault, really helpful for those aggressive tank pushes. I don't think I've seen almost any mines go down for PutPut, at least in the last like 20 minutes or so. So here's some aggressive Panther play without the mines there to punish. Very, very strong. Doing a charge on the building there. Doesn't have the munitions. No, it doesn't have the anti-tank grenade ticked at all this late in the game. Going for it now. My word. That's craziness.
Target vehicle marking available.
I'm going to try to push into the center. 5-2 standing watch. Axis with a lot of tanks out the back, fully repaired, ready for some more action. Need to bring them in. Mobilizing now. Zarko going for a manual barrage this time, I believe. Getting a connection on the Jackson. Light tank destroyers should really be in position to return fire on the King Tiger just about whenever it fires here. Riflemen managed to complete the capture. They make it home. So they're going to dodge the artillery shells. Okay, Panther here from Zarko looking to come in for a deep flank. We've got 2 Jacksons very close by though. AoE damage there on the Jackson. The T-gun pushing in. We've got the planes coming in from PutPut. Axis are making their move, charging forwards, and they need to. They're on the drain in terms of VPs. Looking to overwhelm here, charging head on. Double resist though from PutPut. Doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, the Su-85 left out here goes down. But so is one of the Panthers. Planes are about to start coming through though, and I think the 152 in the danger zone. It's about a quarter of its health there. My tanks have vacated the area now. This is going to allow the Axis to go for the capture. So they're more busy worried about going for the repairs on their tanks instead of the VP cap. Bit of a mistake. For an anti-tank gun pushing in here on the 152. The MAD, okay, there he goes, popping blitz, trying to get out to safety. So he will make it home. No hoorah from the conscripts in there to finish the job with an anti-tank grenade. Also dropping in this area. Vet 3 on that now, 29 kills. Pretty similar kill count to the Calliope, honestly. That house has been performing pretty well for Zarko. Just finally getting the VPs going, but he trained about another 15, 20 VPs in the meantime after that push. Should have been a high priority. Okay. Jackson coming in. Panther coming in on the Jacksons. It's a little bit low. T-gun in the center also very low. Does go down. And that stops the capture for the Axis team, down to 69 VPs. And there's got a Fallschirmjäger from PutPut. Okay, Axis getting the cap going again. Like into the center. Should maybe get out of harm's way though. But about there for another Panther coming in for Zarko. Placing that Brumbier that he lost earlier. So with 3 Panthers as well as a King Tiger, that's a lot of firepower. Oh, there's S-285 getting rebuilt by PutPut, so I should have the tools to fend it all off. It'll come down to positioning overall. Just unable to get the cap off here. That King Tiger and some big hits and up to 39 kills now. Just spinning around. 5-2 taking a couple hits here. Got the planes coming down again from PutPut. Quite deep into Allied territory, but you know, anti-tank planes come through on the second pass. It can be hard to keep the enemy tanks in the targeting zone throughout that whole time. But here we go, King Tiger coming forwards. 1-5 True having a bit of trouble squeezing through that gap there. Still has a bit of way to go. The King Tiger pins this next shot. Oh, but he misses. It might have been the end of the 152. In fact, it certainly would have been. Now the King Tiger in some trouble. Mark vehicle activated. The double Jackson's charging in after it. All strips there. Anti-tank grenade about to come through. Jackson's bouncing for the moment. Oh, but the killing blow comes through just before the smoke comes down. Good idea from PutPut, but tiny bit too late. Another Calliope hammering down. Retreats. Guys definitely coming out ahead on that push. PutPut losing the King Tiger. Oh boy. Now he's throwing good tanks after bad. Charging in here with the Panther, trying to get something going. Even if he lands his next shot, the T-70 wouldn't die. He's still healthy enough. There's a bit of a blunder there from PutPut, and that has set the Axis way back. He's lost all his support weapons. Still a bit of manpower left though. Could build another Raketen or two. Something going here. Start to mount to come back. Meanwhile, Zarko is a 1,400 manpower bank. Just to get spending, even if it's just building more pyros for repairs and suicidal capping like he was earlier. That's fine. Spend it. Oh boy, that Panther in some trouble. No activation of Blitz. And that's a big blunder from Zarko. Blitz was ready to go there. Could have helped him get away. So, it does give you like less of a move speed bonus on the Panther compared to the Panzer IV, for example, but still reduces your target size. Maybe one of those shots would have missed. Oh boy. Oh, Fallschirmjäger just unable to escape the PutPut here. Panther coming across. They really want to kill this T-34. They've had enough of it. I mean, T-70 rather. Oh, God. No, there we go. Zarko losing his tank now. Allies are very heavily invested into anti-tank, though. We could have a little bit of trouble closing out the win here because of that. Don't have that many capping squads or anti-infantry tanks at the moment. Malaysians doing their best here. Their best is pretty good. Got a fresh Calliope coming in for Trashstar. Didn't even register that he lost his last one. There it is back there. Did that go down to the howitzer? Oh, it's still just the one vehicle destroyed. Which was the Katyusha, I believe. Just gone down to the Panther or something. There goes the Pakawi. Calliope coming down the center, trying to open up the capture. Oh boy, annihilates the machine gun. Now the Sherman trying to open up the VP area with conscripts doing the capping. Guards on the other side. Close to a fresh squad of guards, just about at Vet 1. And it's coming through again from PutPut. We do have that Panzer IV still alive in the center. Conscripts end up getting wiped there. Shrek's coming in from the side. Retreat very, very quickly there. The Allied tanks are staying in the danger zone and their machine guns shooting at the planes are going to reveal them in the fog. Damage onto the Su-85 first. Sherman second. Before considering coming back in. Oh boy, the S-mines there triggering, getting the wipe. That was nasty. And the Raketen actually wiping out the Sherman in time. I think that was maybe because he's a bit slow with the Dozer Blade. Also got the veterancy on the Raketen. Didn't get the kill. PutPut meanwhile going for a Puma, which is just a terrible idea. Look how much fuel he has right now. Still got his tech truck. He could go for a Panther roughly if he didn't go for this Puma here. Opportunity is defying death here. Lucky to escape. Once the draining gets the axis, but quite slowly, and they are capping on that left-hand side. Allies having trouble completing the capture in the center. Now let's squad a Fallschirmjäger down from PutPut. Range Calliope. Oh boy. He did the right thing there. He was dodging out to the side and then he retreats back into the danger of the rockets. What you want to avoid doing if possible against the Calliope. Dodging out to the sides is preferential. Oh, the Shrek's trying to go for the bundle nade. It was a nice one. 3 combat engineers down, but they also end up going down to the 152 now. It's back on the drain for the Axis under 50. Got a Panther coming in from the side, but double Vet 2 Jacksons. He's biting off a bit more than he can chew here. Activated the armor-piercing rounds too. They're hammering away some big shots. Got the marked vehicle activated so they can see it in the fog, and there we go, the Jacksons. The HVAC Browns get the job done and PutPut throws in the towel. There we go. So yeah, some kind of just reckless pushes there from the Axis team towards the end. Kind of costing them the match there. They were in a reasonable position, fought their way back after a bit of a shaky start. But yeah, kind of just got a bit too reckless with their Panthers. Especially that second push, you know, PutPut kind of pushing forwards, but didn't have the coordination with his random teammate Zarko, who kind of had his Panthers sitting a bit further back. Really needed both players to go all in at that stage to get the job done, kind of went in one at a time. And oh, they got whopped. The Allied anti-tank was quite strong. The AT guns, Jackson's and Su-85s just blasting through those Panthers really, really quickly. Howitzer, though, worked out pretty well for Zarko, 48 kills. You know, we saw a couple of times Trashstar had about 3 of his team weapons closely clumped up, close to the pack alley, so, you know, whenever this was left on counter barrage, getting those nearby anti-tank guns and whatnot as well. Did some pretty good damage. Some pretty reasonable Calliope barrages, though, as well. From Trashstar, Choo-Choo, bit of a shame that he lost his Katyusha to the counter barrage, but yeah, that can happen if you don't end up dodging. But yeah, overall, well played by the Allies. You know, they navigated that tricky spot with their light vehicles. They kept them both alive for quite a long time in the early game, and that really helped them out. Well, anyway, guys, I'll wrap on that. If you like Good Game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.